Good morning. As you've already heard, my name is Larry Labadie, and I am your ARRSC, a Rotary, an acronym that stands for Assistant Regional Rotary Foundation Chair. What a title. I apologize for not being with you in person today, but I've had a change of plans that I could not extricate myself from. So I hope you will take this in the spirit that it's meant, that I would really like to be with you today. I would first of all like to congratulate your district for its outstanding giving to the Rotary Foundation. You've had a history of that, and I'm definitely proud of you. This has been Rotary Foundation's finest year, 2012, 2013. We had the greatest amount of giving both to the annual fund and to the endowed fund. And for those that don't know, the endowed fund is a new name for what used to be called the permanent fund. And basically that's the way it should be. Everybody understands what an endowment fund is. I'll give you an update on Future Vision. It used to be Future Vision. Well, Future Vision is now. It's now the new Rotary Foundation. From what I've been able to determine through conversations with many Rotarians from different districts throughout both zones 33 and 34, it has been a resounding success. Give you a little example, my home district, District 6930, keep in mind that we now have 2.5 times as much money to spend locally as we did the prior year, because now we get 50% of our DDF back in the form of what is known as a district grant, instead of what the old terminology was, district simplified grant. In our district, we had $51,000 available. We had requests for $103,000. Program sold out. Tough decisions had to be made. Matching grants, the old matching grants. We had requests far exceeding the 50% of DDF we have available. That program is sold out. That is a marvelous thing. And I think the same thing is happening in your district. So it's been a great success. There has been a few glitches, but what the heck? You expect that in a brand new program. But all in all, it's working very well. The amazing thing is that my district and a lot of other districts are now having something that we've never had before, which is a shortfall in DDF. With what we're accomplishing with our DDF now, just think if the donations were even higher, of what we could accomplish both here and around the world. I want to talk about some areas of focus for giving. Did you know, this is a fact, 43% of the money contributed to the annual fund to the Rotary Foundation is given by Paul Harris Society members. I'm sure you all know that a Paul Harris Society member pledges to give $1,000 per year in donation. Worldwide, Paul Harris Society members account for only 7% of Rotarians. Great job, but you can also see where the emphasis needs to be on more Paul Harris Society members. The price of that, by the way, is $82.50 a month, and I know a great percentage of our Rotarians could and should be able to afford that. But what about the Rotarians that right now, the younger Rotarian people who financially cannot handle that? Well, we have Sustainer, $100 a year. That's $8.15 per month. Basically, that's 2 cups of very plain Starbucks coffee. Now, if you really want to shoot the whole banana at one time, go for 4 cups of Starbucks coffee and become a $200 or a double Sustainer. I think the thing that amazes me is the amount of Rotarians that give nada, nothing at all. And you have to ask yourself why. You know, you can come up with calling them cheap or everything else. I don't believe that. I don't think we're doing our job educating our Rotarians on the fantastic success stories that we've had throughout the years on doing good things around the world via the Rotary Foundation. Other foundation news. Polio Plus. It's been around for a long time. You keep hearing this and the distance keeps changing between the fingers. However, we are that close. We really are. And it's something that Rotary cannot and will not finish. We must finish this project. Just a flashback, when I was a child living in Detroit, I hated summers because at the end of every summer I had lost friends. Either they died or they were in wheelchairs or in iron lungs. We have saved millions of lives through our Polio Plus campaign and millions of crippled children. It's something we must accomplish. Peace Centers and Peace Scholar programs. 12 years ago, a $95 million goal was set to permanently endow this program. The good news is we have reached that goal. That's fantastic. And this is not just from America, this is worldwide. We've got tremendous contributions from Asia and Africa. However, the bad news is the cost of education. I don't know how many times in the last few weeks I've heard on news shows on TV the rising cost of education and the crisis that it's going to cause and is causing right now. So we need to raise an additional $30 million to permanently fund this program. There are ways you can help. Zone 34 is going to have $1 million dinner in Sarasota on February 8th. And while we would let it be nice for somebody or several members of your district to give $1 million, that may not be practical at this point in time. The venue, by the way, for this event will be announced later. There is, however, a buy-in for this, and the buy-in is $10,000. $10,000 can be cash. $10,000 can be a bequest society. That $10,000 could be an extension to your bequest. And, your foundation chairs can help people facilitate the giving. Let me talk to you a little bit more about Peace Fellows. Do you know, since the program started, we have 900 Peace Fellows in over 100 countries throughout the world. That's amazing. And these people are dedicated to the idea that peace is possible. I'm going to give you just a visual story, because right now I'm overlooking the waters of the Indian River where my club meets on, at 7 o'clock Wednesday morning, and the water's flat. I just think when you were a kid and you threw a pebble into the water, the ripples, concentric circles just went out. If you kept throwing pebbles in the water surface continually changed. Now we have 900 people throughout the world throwing pebbles in the water, and they're doing it continuously. Just think, in 10 more years or 20 more years, if we had 9,000 of those people out there, how much water, the surface of the water, we could change, and change for the better in our world, in our society. I just want to leave you with that, and again, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your continuing support of the Rotary Foundation. Please enjoy this meeting, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you.